You get medals for participation. But what's the point? What are you trying to? Yeah, what's the point? Either you win or you lose. People are so afraid to put that whole notion of losing. When it comes to right now, the generation gap is just crazy. How much a lot has changed. Social media has taken control of our lives, and we don't even realize it anymore. We're crippled because of it.
That's absolutely right, Nick. Because, as you said, nowadays it seems that you get rewarded for failure. For the life of me, Nick, I can't get my head around that. Perhaps I'm just getting old and morbid, I don't know. I just can't get my head around how you could be rewarded for failure.
Welcome back to the show. It's your girl Sarah right here on Relaks Radio. Now you're tuned into the sunrise, and I'm here to keep you company all the way until 9 a.m. actually. And we're talking about vaccinations. We're talking about hesitancy among the youth to get vaccinated, and how the government has currently introduced, these new incentives to actually make sure that the youth actually goes and gets vaccinated. All right, and we will be talking about all of that because we need to sort of figure out why exactly the government is trying to encourage the youth to go get vaccinated. And in my opinion, I personally think it's because of it's because of this fight that we're currently having against COVID, right? We all want to make sure that we move forward. We all want to make sure we get life or we get back to normal as soon as we can. But obviously we can't do that if a lot of people aren't really that excited about going and getting the vaccine. All right, that's why you need to make sure that whoever it is, that we try to encourage them and try to find incentives to make sure that they can go and get vaccinated. All right, now this is the exact reason why you had apps like Uber, Deliveroo, Bolt, and even Pizza Pilgrims try and have a lot of offers, have cheap rides, have discounted rides, have even give away free slices of pizza to actually make sure that young people go and get vaccinated. All right, so let's talk about it. But before we head into our conversation, I want to very quickly remind you that you can, in fact, be a part of this show. All right, text me on 078-52473-473. Text me, call me, whatever it is that you want to do. Get in touch with me and let me know what you are thinking. All right. Share your thoughts with me, share your experiences with me. Don't forget to do that. And don't forget to go follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Okay, so don't forget to do that. And obviously, something else that you can do to make sure you are a part of the conversation is to make sure that you download our app. Now, our app rather is in fact available on both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. That way you can make sure that you are informed, you're always updated and aware about everything that happens all over the world. All right, and if you're someone who loves to be informed, well, the best way for you to do that is actually by making sure that you are informed and you are part of this conversation. Okay, now let's actually head back into our conversation, which is about roll up, roll up. Okay, and when you say roll up, obviously I'm talking about roll up, roll up. All right, roll up to go get that vaccine. Okay, now pop-up vaccine centers are in fact being set up at festivals, sporting events, and even a circus in England this weekend. All right, and this is basically as the NHS bids to boost take up among younger people for the COVID-19 vaccine. Okay, now the latest official data that we currently have shows that 60% of 18 to 25-year-olds have received at least one jab since all over 18s were invited to come forward for vaccination last month. All right, now the reason obviously that if people are trying to be incentivized or they're trying to get young people as much as possible to actually be a part of getting vaccinated is to make sure that we can get back to normal as much as possible. Right now, ministers are in fact concerned that the demand among younger age group actually appears to be leveling off despite the threat of vaccine passports. All right, and even though for you to enter a nightclub, sometimes even restaurants, you need a vaccine passport, young people are still hesitant to go get that vaccine. right? So this is why the Department of Health and Social Care believes that this perceived inconvenience may in fact be one of the key factors that are deterring young adults from taking up the offer of the vaccination. All right. And that's why they're actually setting up more pop-up sites to make it hassle-free. All right. And so the whole reason as to why people are, people are reluctant to go get that vaccine is because of the whole hassle of it, right? And you have to book an app, you have to go through this whole process. It's a very systematic process, right? But apparently some people just don't want to go through that trouble. I mean, I don't understand. For me, going through that trouble makes more sense than getting COVID and going through the trouble of having COVID, recovering from COVID, and not spreading COVID to the rest of my family and my friends. All right. I don't know. I guess that's just my opinion, but that's just how, that's just some people's excuse. And I guess, you just can't change some people. But however, having said that, if you want to share your thoughts, if you want to share your opinions with me, make sure you make sure you share your thoughts, your opinions with me, because you can text me on 07852473473 and share your opinions and thoughts and conversation with me as well. All right, so don't forget to do that. Now, something else that we obviously need to talk about is that we have different events that are actually being held to boost the vaccine intake by younger people. Now, members of the public visiting Circus Extreme in Halifax, or even just passing the Circus Big Top, will in fact be able to get vaccinated, as well as fans of Burnley FC and punters at Goodwood Race Course. All right. And for me, I think that's absolutely amazing. While you are providing vaccinations at that site, you're also saying, look, if you come with your family, this is something you can do with your family. You can go get your vaccines together, right? So Dr. Nikki Kanani, who happens to be a general physician and the deputy lead for NHS England's vaccination program, said that from festivals to farm shops, circus tents, and even stadiums, NHS teams are working hard to set up vaccine clinics at a huge range of popular locations. And this is all with the aim of getting as many people vaccinated as much as possible. All right, so this is the reason as to why these people are doing this, because they want to make sure that they can get many people vaccinated as much as possible, so that we can actually go forward in our drive to make sure that people are vaccinated. That way we can get back to normal. That way, we can help our economy, we can boost back our economy, because everyone's going to be vaccinated, right? Which means the risk of COVID that is there will be considerably reduced. All right, I mean, it's not going to be completely eliminated, but it will be eliminated to some extent. All right, so that's why that is happening. Now make sure you stay tuned, because right now we're going to head into a small break, and after that we will be back to keep talking about this. But until then, make sure you stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. It's your girl Sarah right here on the Sunrise, and it is in fact the final few minutes of the Sunrise. But don't worry because I still have a little bit more left to tell you about this conversation about vaccination, why young people are so hesitant to get the vaccine, and why they should really go ahead and get that vaccine. All right. So before we head back into the conversation, I want to very quickly remind you that you can in fact be a part of the show. All you need to do is just text me on 078 Text me, call me, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you feel about this. If you're someone young and you are hesitant about getting vaccine, let me know. Share your story with me because I want to know what you are thinking. All right. Don't forget to do that. And obviously, something else that you can do is actually to make sure that you're always informed, you're always aware about everything that happens, is to go follow us on our socials. All right. Now you can follow us on Instagram at you can follow us on Twitter and even TikTok, and like us on Facebook. All right, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube, and don't forget to go download our app, which is available on both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store as well. That way you can actually make sure that you're always informed, you're always aware, and you're joining and contributing to the conversation live. Okay, now I know that's something that you all want to do, so don't forget to do that. Okay, but right now let's actually head back into our conversation where we were talking about, how the NHS people in the NHS, doctors, nurses, everyone is trying and working very hard to get as many people vaccinated as possible. Okay, so live music and free food were actually laid on for visitors at a 4-day festival in Langdon Park, Poplar, because this was actually an incentive for people to receive a vaccine. Okay, now a doctor in Barking actually said that the aim of this joint initiative from the Tower Hamlets Council and the NHS was to come in and, get your vaccination. That's literally all you had to do. So you basically come in, and say, get the vaccination. You can feel at ease because they have some music. They also have amazing food to support you while you're having your vaccination. And also, if you're coming with your family, they've got something to do as well while you're getting vaccinated. So it's an absolutely amazing initiative, right? Because I would go get vaccinated if I was getting free food. Obviously, no one's going to be complaining. All right. So I understand why the NHS, I understand why everyone is trying so hard to get everyone vaccinated, because the truth is, COVID 19 is in fact very, very contagious. If you don't get vaccinated and you catch it, you can easily spread it to any vaccinated person. All right. Sure, you're reducing the risk of, if you're vaccinated, the risk of you having a much serious and much worse condition of COVID reduces. However, having said that, we're still going to have another COVID 19 outbreak, right? And if we haven't seen in the world enough, China, America, here in the UK, everywhere in the world, we've seen terrible COVID outbreaks, even India, right? And, that should be enough for you to actually convince yourself to go get that vaccine. Right now, this doctor also added that we're still in a pandemic. We're still seeing hospital admissions rising, and we still have deaths in the hospital. All right. So, because of all of those things, it's very, very important for you to still go out and make sure that you get that vaccine, especially because it's available to you. It's not like there aren't vaccines. There are so many vaccines that are available. All you need to do is just go there and get the vaccine. Because, look, even though you are hesitant about getting that vaccine, there are so many people in so many other countries who do not have that privilege that you do. They do not have the ability to even access a vaccine. So when you're given the opportunity, you should really take advantage of it. Right now, we certainly feel that here in the United Kingdom, that things are bad, that I mean, not necessarily bad, but people tend to think that the pandemic's over, we can go out and have fun the same way we used to. However, that is really not the truth, right? If we can encourage people to go get vaccinated, not only are they protecting themselves, but they're also protecting the communities that they live in. Right, because we really, and it's not just me that has this feeling, but it's everyone who lives in this country, that we all have this feeling and we all have this desire to get our country back on our feet and to recover. Right, because obviously when it comes to our country, when it comes to the way that we are, when it comes to the things that we're going through, everyone wants to get society back to normal as much as possible. Right, and also in the capital, a vaccine bus stand has been stationed at the Summer of Love festival in Holland Park. Okay, now this is just a few examples. Now, in some other places, visitors to the Circus Extreme in Halifax actually received jabs with these colorful performers watching on, right? Which is pretty cool. I mean, if I got to do that, I definitely would, right? I mean, obviously, it's absolutely fun to have a fun vaccination, and it's going to be a fun experience. It's going to be one for the books. You can definitely text your friends and tell them, hey, look, I went to get my vaccine and I went to get it at the circus. So I had I had free food. I got to hang out. I got to hang out with my family, and I got to even see cool circus acts while I went to get my vaccine. So all in all, it's a huge win-win, and I'm not even I don't even think you should be complaining because, hey, let's be honest, that's a very fun alternative and that's a very fun way to go and get your vaccine. All right. Now, medical staff actually set up seating, screens, and even equipment for the walk in pop up clinic inside a marquee on Saturday. All right. And according to Dr. Nikki Kanani, she basically thanked the NHS staff because thanks to the incredible hard work of the NHS staff and volunteers across England in what has been the biggest and fastest vaccination program in health service history, nearly 9 in 10 adults have in fact received at least their first dose of the COVID vaccine. And this has also given them crucial protection against the coronavirus. And she said that more than 70 million doses have in fact been delivered, with about 87% of adults having had at least one dose, and 7 in 10 now fully vaccinated. Okay, so the numbers are looking good. It like our future is actually looking good. We just need to keep going the same way that we're going. We need to make sure that we encourage people, we motivate people to go get that vaccine. However, I have to burst your bubble a little bit because the latest figures actually show that nearly a third of young adults aged 18 to 29 in the country have still not had one jab. Okay, and that's just really sad as well. However, we did hit a vaccination milestone here in the UK, and that is because in total over 85 million doses have now been administered across the UK. All right. Now, Health Secretary Sajid Javid actually tweeted, and he said another major milestone reached with more than 85 million COVID 19 vaccines administered across the UK. And that has meant that it means saving tens of thousands of lives and even preventing millions of infections. And if you haven't already, please do your bit and get your jab. All right. So that is all that I have for you today. So if you haven't gotten vaccinated, go get vaccinated. It's definitely going to help you as well. And it's time for me to actually head out of here. But don't worry, because Jamie will be on the chat trap to make sure that you are informed, that you are updated about everything that is happening. And until then, it's time for me to head out of here. All right. So until then, I hope you have a great day, because I will be back here at the same time, at the same, in the same frequency as well. So make sure you stay tuned.